It's Coach Ed here. Happy Saturday afternoon for everybody here. Listen, I wanted to just log in here. I was compelled to to make a video real quick because there's just some underlying theme that just keeps popping up again and again and again across my life, for sure. Certainly see it with my kids. It applies every single day with my kids, and some of our coaching group and some of our mentees that we're working with. Again, a theme that just keeps popping up and popping up over and over and over again, and maybe it'll help you as well. So a couple of weeks back, I was watching a Maryland basketball game, and if you know me well, if you follow the channel or the page regularly, you know I'm a Maryland college basketball junkie. I'm a sports junkie, if you will. But a couple of weeks back, there was a game that ended and big win for the Terps, and there was an interview after the game with one of their best players, and the commentator asked, how do you get yourself in a spot where you just play so well in these big games? And the player responded by saying, I know the work I put in. I know the work I put in. So in other words, when it comes time to perform, when it comes time to produce results, he's not worried about it because he knows that he's put in all the hard work. That in fact, when the game comes around, it's actually the easy part for him. And I think sometimes we look around and we expect uphill results, but we have downhill habits. One of my mentors over the years, John Maxwell, has always said, no one's ever cruised their way to success. Right? It's always a struggle. You don't just jump in the car and just ride along and have great results. You've got to do the work. So one of the things that's come across today that again really compelled me to make the video is a meme quote that came up from Kevin Garnett, another basketball player over the years. He said, "Your greatest asset should be your work ethic." And if you watch basketball, the guy was just one of the hardest working guys on the court. I mean, he was tall and skilled, of course, but he outworked everybody around him regularly, which led to great results for him and his teams. And so the point I want to make here today and what it means to me and what I've seen around not only with my kids and some close to me and people we work with within our groups is if you want to improve your performance, if you want better outcomes, you've got to create greater inputs. You've got to improve your preparation is the point, right? You've got to really ratchet down on your prep. Focus on the process, and the results will always come. Focus on the process and the results will always come. Improve your performance by improving your preparation. Another great quote that I love from John is you either prepare or you repair. In other words, you're preparing for the results very intentionally, or you're chasing results that seem to always be escaping you. The more intentional you can be in preparation, you can actively design the results or the life that you're looking for. Powerful that we can control that. And this control comes through discipline, the discipline of our daily habits, the discipline that we require of ourselves. And I can tell you in my own life, this is often where I struggle, right? There's so much to distract us all over the place. There's so much to pull our attention that seems an awful lot better than what we know we have to do. But oftentimes, if we're told, it's either the pain that we've got to endure now through the daily discipline that we should take on, or pain that we're going to have to struggle through later. created a way to dig our the habits real results to take all the time. And the more we work in the process on our daily habits and perfecting our daily habits, and maybe it's just one a day, one a day, one a day, one a day. You know, they say it takes 21 days to build a habit. Maybe we work on something we want to change for a long time, get it settled in before we look on anything else. Sometimes it can be really overwhelming, right? So let's focus on one thing. We focus on one thing, build it into our daily routine before we add in others, which overwhelm us oftentimes and leads us landing back in our old habits that weren't serving us very well. We can build those great habits through that discipline. Again, we start to see our results change. The habits that we build, be they good or bad, bring about the results, right? So we want to think this week about the kinds of habits that we're carrying out every day. Do they serve us? Do they serve us? And is what we're doing on a daily basis leading to the results that we want? It's a tough question sometimes. Tough question sometimes because in the short term, maybe it feels good. In the short term, maybe it satisfies us and makes our day a little bit better. But long term, something that's really going to bring about the results that we want, whether it's in our personal lives, in our relationships, in our careers. Sometimes it's a tough conversation that we've got to have with ourselves. And again, if we want to improve our performance, we've got to focus on our preparation. And at the end of the day, if we don't have the results we're looking for, we got to look inward, don't we, right? Because you know how hard you work. We can't fool ourselves. For sure, if I know I haven't prepared for something, I go into it less confident. If I know I've not prepared for something, oftentimes there's a voice in my head while I'm in the middle of it going, you're not ready for this. You're not prepared for this. You're going to fail at this. I don't know about you, but sometimes that voice gets a little loud. But one surefire way to shut it up, to lower its volume, is to do the prep so that little negative voice in our heads doesn't even dare speak up because they know they shouldn't. That little voice is that the work's been done. So listen, maybe this hits you at the right time. I know for me, again, sometimes I'll see messages just kind of floating around the universe, and when they hit me 5, 6, 7, 8 times, and I see them serving others around me, sometimes I feel a bigger calling to spread it out a little bit more. So hopefully this has served you here today. Ask in the chat. Let me know if there's anything else that we can help you with as well. Hope you're having a great afternoon. And be well. Be good.